launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1.
Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into another edition of From the Rough, America's favorite golf podcast, right here on FanStream Sports. We are live on the FanStream Sports app. We are live at fanstreamsports.com and wherever you get your podcasts. Appreciate you guys tuning in to recap the eventful, the exciting Wells Fargo Championship. Maybe talk a little bit of the Myrtle Beach. We had a first-time winner on the PGA Tour, as we sometimes do in these secondary Tier 2 or whatever you want to call them tournaments, alternate tournaments. I'm IndyCarTim. That guy over there on the video next to me, coughing his lung up, is one
almost
PGA of America member, Mr. John Gerber. He is up in Overland Park, Kansas. I am live in Dallas here at the DSP Media Studios. Welcome to the show, Johnny.
Well, good morning. Or it is good morning to you. I'm sure it is good morning to you.
Dude, I've been up since 5:45, man.
Well, it still feels like morning to you. You know, those weekend texts that you sent me this weekend at about 1:30. I don't know why you keep sending me texts at like 1:30 in the morning thinking I'm going to be up.
Maybe you were out in a boat up there.
In Overland Park, Kansas. I'm out in a boat.
Yeah. You could have been at Johnny's. You could have been at the Peanut.
I was at Johnny's. It was called Johnny's Apartment. That's exactly where I was, because 1:30 in the morning, everything shuts down here in Overland Park. And I'm sure most people don't believe that I am in bed by 10:30 at the latest, but I really is. And it's probably a good thing for me to be able to do that. So yes, the 1:30 in the morning text, I'm usually getting some of those texts, but when I get it from you, I know I was like, oh, what happened? Is he in trouble? What do I got to do? Do I got to drive back down to Dallas? So
yeah, if it was like a police matter or something, I would have texted more than once.
Well, yeah, you've been called, because I have my phone on silent, so I don't sleep anyways. So I have it on silent. But yeah, that's a great weekend in golf. Listen, it wasn't a great weekend for us in the gambling spot, but the great weekend certainly in the Wells Fargo Championship. And we will talk a little bit about the Myrtle Beach Classic, and a guy that we've really touted. We've touted him for all the year, kind of the same mold that fits the Taylor Montgomery that you're not high on. But this Chris Gotterup, we've talked about this a lot.
Please don't compare him to Taylor Montgomery.
Well,
you're dooming his career.
No, slow down. We are not. But yeah, great weekend of golf. Rory back on track, and certainly Xander is doing what Xander does. And you're texting me again all weekend. I told you, Xander. I said, just slow down. Slow down. You know what he's going to do.
You after the second round going into the weekend when he was leading.
Yeah.
By the way, I want to get into that a little bit here as we talk about Rory and his impressive win there, because this wasn't your typical Xander Schauffele loss. He didn't give anything up. He didn't blow a lead. He didn't.
Yes, he did.
Choke on the back nine. Dude, he shot even par on the fourth round. That's in a tournament that he was leading by 2 strokes on hole number 7. By 13, he was down to 3 because Rory was on fire. That's not anything to do with Xander. That's not his fault.
Listen to me when I tell you this. This is not a high school golf match. Even par, it's not the U.S. Open. Even par does not win on a Sunday in a PGA Tour event. It does not win.
I get that.
No, stop. You got to stop. This is him choking. This is what he does. He tries not to make mistakes as opposed to being a dog. You don't shoot even par. Listen, if he's 4 or 5 under par, the mentality of Rory McIlroy changes of playing golf. Rory, even par does not scare Rory McIlroy. When he catches up with the lead and he sees that Xander Schauffele is doing what Xander Schauffele does, which is zero on the weekend to win a golf tournament. And then you have somebody like Rory McIlroy that knows he's going to, at 5'4" of Rory McIlroy, knows he's going to step on the 5'3" neck of Xander Schauffele. It was like the Keebler Elf commercial this weekend with these two guys.
Are they
coming
both
down
that short?
Listen,
not that short. Xander Schauffele's not 5'3".
He's 5'2". Sorry. So 5'4".
He is not.
Listen, I mean, this isn't a mini Kiss concert. It's not a mini Kiss concert. This is the PGA Tour. This is the PGA Tour.
Midget
And
wrestling.
yeah, no, it's not. It's not. It's not. Listen, these guys, you got to push the envelope on Rory McIlroy. And when he knows that Xander is just playing the Xander game, it could happen with a few people. But Rory's just going to put it on you. It's just what it is. When he saw he was vulnerable, and Rory's just going to do it. He's just going to do it. But you sent me these texts on Saturday morning. Ha! I told you Xander's going to win. How's my picks look now? Ha ha ha! I was like, okay, just wait and see what's going to happen.
I knew
And he just did what he did. He just did what he did. So listen, the Keebler Elf commercial with those two guys certainly. It's not really.
He's that short.
I'm telling you, he is. He is.
Well, we're gonna Google it because I don't believe you.
Well, you know what? 2 or 3 inches. They're going to make it a little bit 2 or 3 inches. So probably on air it says 5'8", 5'7".
He's
that means
5'10".
No, he's not. No, he's not. Nowhere close to that.
That's like the
NBA stat line. That's like the NBA stats, right?
You think those guys do that for golfers?
They certainly do. No, they do.
You said Rory's how tall? Now I know Rory's kind of short. Like I've heard that.
Rory's bigger than Xander.
Rory's 5'9". It's not that tall.
Rory's bigger than Xander. I'm telling you. Listen, when they go to I'm telling you, they have an amusement park there in Charlotte. They do. It's a little south. They have to check. They can't get on them rides down there. They can't
ride the kiddie ride, the kiddie roller coaster.
They're not tall enough. You know how they got that height line. They got to check it. They can't get on those big.
Got to ride the kiddie roller coasters.
I'm telling you. That's just the way it is. But again, Xander did what Xander does. It's just the way it is. And it was a question. How many times is he going to do it? I think Xander plays not to lose as opposed to win. And they had such an advantage of how many strokes they were above the field. Go out and just get it done. Like go out and take some risks. And he just didn't do it. And Rory freed Rory up on that back nine when he got 2 or 3 shots ahead to just say, hey, man, even though he double bogeyed the last hole, it was more of a dominant performance. It didn't matter than what it really looked like.
He was so distracted that 18th hole because he knew he was about to win, and with the crowd chanting his name. That double bogey at 18 means absolutely nothing. It was a 5-shot win instead of a 7-shot win. Who cares?
I mean, it didn't. And then did you see when they were going up that Rory was running and then Xander didn't even have to duck down to get underneath the ropes? That's how little those ropes. I mean, Rory was rocking and rolling and Xander didn't even have to duck to get under the ropes.
That's not how it works. That's not what happened at all.
Yeah,
they weren't walking under the whatever the
they didn't have to
limbo
duck.
stick.
Yeah, they didn't have to duck. The limbo in the barbecue afterwards, they certainly didn't have to get very low. They brought it down.
Walking around drinking out of sippy cups.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Those mini Dixie cups in their hands look like large mugs.
They're like big gulps.
Yeah, big gulps.
I'm still picturing a Mini Kiss concert on 18.
For those listeners that don't know who Mini Kiss is, so Mini Kiss is.
Let's go Google it.
Yeah, please put it on the screen. Please put it on. So Mini Kiss.
You want me to put a picture of Mini Kiss?
Yeah, please. I don't go to rock concerts. I don't do that. But Mini Kiss was my favorite. So it's a Kiss tribute band, but it's by the little people. Like you can't call them dwarfs. They're called by little people.
Say that.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, they're little people, big world. They have it on. You can certainly say that. So it's called Mini Kiss instead of Kiss. It's called Mini Kiss. Yeah, please put it up on the screen.
All right, I'm getting it.
It's my favorite
right here. I can't believe we're doing
it's
this.
my favorite band of non-bands that we've watched a couple times in Dallas.
As we transition from the Wells Fargo to Mini Kiss.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, and they're 4'8". They're great. They're great.
Oh, they're not that tall.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
they could walk under the limbo stick.
Oh yeah. The Mini Kiss is the ground. The limbo stick is the ground for them.
Good God, what have we become here? But yes,
I hear your phone. I hear your phone dinging. So we're in trouble. So we're in trouble. Our sponsors, I guess, have something to do with Kiss.
Nancy just texted.
She did.
Nancy texted. Go. What are y'all doing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Johnny started it. By the way, happy Mother's Day to Nancy Gerber, for sure. No, I didn't get a chance to say happy Mother's Day to anybody because I hate all my ex-wives and my mom's long gone. So I texted a couple of friends that I know that are mothers and a couple that, I might want to, hoping that I could maybe get in
Next
with
show,
Happy
please.
Mother's Day.
Next show.
We can't even do that on the next show anymore.
I know.
Got to clean it up. We got radio people listeing to us now.
I know, that's good. You got? Is there there might be an announcement coming soon, right? You guys getting maybe some radio, a nice little
could be.
Yeah, I'm proud of you guys, man. Getting on that big national radio stage there in Dallas, you and UNC, man, and yeah, man, it's awesome. I heard the news through the grapevine a little bit, so let's make that happen.
Grapevine's lies all the time. But it was really fun to watch Rory at the top of his game, and Jim Nantz kept saying it. Here's one of the best in the world playing one of the best rounds you'll ever see him play, and it really was, man. And he eagled both of the par fives on the back nine, just in typical Rory fashion. It was fun to watch. By then, man, poor Xander, he just had no chance after the front nine. Like I said, he was up 2 strokes on the 7th hole. By 13, he was down 3. I mean, that fast. He had no shot. He wasn't playing well the back nine. We talk about how horrible how horrible his even par was. He shot 1 under on the front nine, 1 over on the back nine. I mean, he had 3 bogeys and two birdies on the back nine.
1 over on Sunday in a final round trying to win a golf tournement is not good.
On the back nine, right? No, I get it.
It's not, man. It's just not. And that's what he does.
Bogeys. He bogeyed 2 par 4s and he bogeyed the par 3 13. That par 3 13, you cannot bogey that hole.
No.
If you want to win, that's just ridiculous. So, yeah, it wasn't fun to watch Xander melt down as much as it was watching Rory get into it. And man, just the gallery that was around him, the fans chanting his name after every shot. It just begs the question, man, what would have happened if Scotty was playing this weekend?
Yeah, it's different. So
how would this have matched up,
Yeah, I mean, you look at this is Rory's kind of house. Like how many? This is his 4th win there, and he's a member at this golf course. So, like, listen, he's got that lineage there. He loves the place. This is 2 or 3 favorite places on the PGA Tour. But it also goes to show the mentality, how comfortable Rory feels at this place. And I told you at the beginning of the week, I said, listen, I love the way Rory's working right now. I saw him on the range. We talked about it. He's not doing a lot of gadgets. He's just looking at his numbers and home cooking for him. But it just goes to show when Rory McIlroy is on all cylinders, even Scotty, I'm going to tell you, even Scotty Scheffler, when Rory McIlroy is playing his best and Scotty Scheffler is playing his best, I'll take Rory McIlroy all day long.
Sure.
I do, because he has the ability to dominate a golf course from his length. Mm-hmm. Scotty's not the longest guy in the world, but he's not the shortest either. But Rory can hit it by him by 30 yards if he wants to. Yeah. And he has the ability to dominate something like that, especially at a place that he's comfortable when he's won his 4th win there. And when he's playing well, like I said, if you give me 5 or 6 guys on the PGA Tour when they're playing their best, all I'm playing their best, I'll take Rory McIlroy all day long. I certainly will. And he just goes to show. Can he get to 9? And I'm going to say 19 under because that's what he really shot. He shot 17 on the board with the double bogey minus that. I'm going to say 19 under.
Sure.
Can he do that again to another place that he's had extreme success going into the PGA Championship this week at Valhalla? We'll talk about that a little bit on Wednesday. Well, a lot on Wednesday. But it's a similar golf course. These golf courses are going to be set up very, very similar. And I didn't think nowhere close that we thought 11, 12, 13 under win this golf tournament. And besides Rory, it really was. I mean, he kind of separated himself. It's going to be the same next week. You're going to have to shoot that way. It's going to be a little bit bigger ballpark. I think the fairways are going to be a little bit wider. But the grass is going to be a little bit different. The bluegrass is going to be taller as opposed to the Bermuda there in Charlotte. That's a little bit, grows east to west as opposed to north to south. See, now you get me. Now you get me excited. Now you get me excited here. I like other guys. Yeah, no. I like.
Well, you want an interesting lesson in history repeating itself, especially when it comes to Rory. So check this out. August 3rd, 2014. Okay, 10 years ago this summer. The PGA Championship at Valhalla is 1 week away. World number 2, Rory McIlroy, shot a final round 66 to win the WGC Bridgestone Invitational over then world number 5, Sergio. Fast forward 10 years this weekend. May 12th, 2024, with the PGA Championship at Valhalla 1 week away, world number 2, Rory McIlroy, shoots a final round 66 to win the Wells Fargo Championship over now world number 4, Xander Schauffele. 10 years apart, pretty much the same outcome. But what impresses me about Rory is his longevity, all right, what he's done. And we talk about Tiger and his longevity and Phil and all of this stuff. So in between those two victories, 10 years apart, it's an entire decade. Rory has never exited the top 16 in the official world golf rankings. Not one time has he been worse than number 16.
And that surprised me. He's still at 16. It had to be when he started, like when he first started, right? So he's never. I can't remember Rory McIlroy being ever out of the top 5, like
Right.
in the past. I just can't. But another stat for you, Rory McIlroy has never won 3 starts in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So going into the PGA, he won, even though it was a team event a couple weeks ago, it was his start, and then he won this week. So, that's another thing. But again, the familiarity that he has also next week at Valhalla is going to certainly bode well for him. Now, on the betting side of it, it's probably, you can't make any money. He's probably going to be 8-1, maybe 12-1, just because the field is a lot bigger. Yeah. But you can't really make any money on it. But I mean, he was 9-1 this week because it was a short field. Now, I mean that you could still win $900 on a $100 bet, but there's not a lot of value there when it comes to Rory McIlroy. Maybe in a short field, but in a bigger field like this, I mean, you just never know. It's going to be the best field in golf. The PGA Championship, because they're letting a lot of the live guys play. Obviously, it's not like the Players Championship that normally is the best field in golf, the best players, but certainly didn't let the live players play. But this week is going to be, people can say they can take out the 20 PGA Club pros that are playing, but there's still 124 guys that are playing in the field are certainly the top, 100 players in the world for sure. There's no one playing in the PGA Championship that or just decided not to play that's not in the top 100 in the world.
By the way, Scotty is 4-1 for the PGA Championship.
There's no way it's 4-1.
Right now, Roy's 7-1.
Nah, it'll go up. I mean, so you're going to bet $100 to win 400 or 100 to win 7. There's just not a lot of value.
I was just looking at on Sports. Yeah, they were offering the early odds. So, and that'll change probably before Wednesday when we talk about them on the preview. Yeah. But just the fact that look, I get the world golf rankings. I get how they work. It's nothing for a guy to jump into the top 10 for a couple of weeks, right? Like, some example of some guys that have been in the top 10 of the official world golf rankings: Alex Noren, Brandt Snedeker, Keegan Bradley, David Toms, David Howell. Those guys have all at one point been inside of the top 10 in the official world golf rankings. I don't consider any of those guys to be named like with the best, right? At all.
Well, you got to look at it a little different. David Toms and Keegan Bradley, you have to, because they won a major. So that's a little bit different. They were in that realm when they win the major, they jump up so high. Sure. David Toms, when he played the PGA. Well, David Toms, when he played the PGA Tour, was perennial for 5 or 6 years, probably the top 10 best players in the world. He certainly was. So maybe David Toms is a little bit more, you think that. Keegan Bradley, maybe. I mean, you're looking at a 3-time Ryder Cup, same as David Toms, and he kind of got in that top 10 in the world from that PGA Championship longevity. But perennially, maybe David Toms is a guy that when he had a stretch, I would think him as a top 10 player in the world. Yeah. But you're right. You're right. Those other guys, certainly you would never think as a top 10 player.
And so basically, if you never leave that top 10 ranking or even the top 16 for 15 straight years, that's what Rory's put together.
Yeah.
He entered the top 10 for the first time in his career at the end of 2009. He's never been
17.
He's never been worse than 16.
Yeah.
And you think of guys like Jordan Spieth. We don't have to talk about Jordan Spieth this year. JT, Victor Hovland, all of those are kind of his peers right now. They've never done that before. Dustin
Right.
Johnson had a 12-year run in the top 25, and the only reason he fell out of that is because he went to Live Golf. All right, so he was putting together quite a stretch, but it doesn't matter because he made a decision and it's hurt his career, and now he's gone. Nobody cares about him.
And he don't care about that shit either. He cares about money.
Yeah, and he got it.
Yeah.
So Rory hits his number 26 on the career PGA Tour's victory list. Some of the guys he's chasing now that are coming up. Let's see. The next 5 that he'll have to chase here is Lloyd Mangrum at 36 wins, Vijay Singh at 34, Jimmy DeMeritt with 31, Gene Littler and Lee Trevino both have 29.
Do you?
So certainly within reach, right?
Yeah. So obviously Rory's probably going to play, if he plays 10 more years, he keeps himself in shape 10 more years. At what point do you consider Rory McIlroy one of the top 10 best players ever? Do you put him above Phil? I mean,
God, yes.
Okay, you put him above Phil now. Because if you put Phil Mickelson's probably one of the best top 10 players ever that's ever played golf.
Sure.
Like him, hate him, don't like, whatever you feeling about Phil.
The mark he left on the game, yeah.
He's top 10 players in the world. You put Rory now above Phil?
I would put Rory in the top 10 right now.
Yeah, in the world ever to play golf. I would too. And he's still going to, you're looking at a guy that really, I really certainly believe he's going to win a Masters. So that gives him all 4 majors. And once he does that, how much do you put him up? Do you put him in the top 5 maybe ever? We'll see, because he's got 10 more years left.
Yeah.
So do you consider Arnold Palmer as the top 5 best players ever? Maybe not. But if he won that 4th major, do you put him in there? Maybe you do. So that's a little bit of a conversation that we have. The Masters is probably for Rory. It's, unfortunately, the crazy part is that golf course actually sets up for him better than any other major, and he just hasn't been able to do it. Same with Jordan Spieth, right? Jordan Spieth is 1 PGA championship away from winning all 4 majors. Do you consider Jordan Spieth as top maybe 25 best players ever?
Man, that'd be a stretch for me.
But what if he wins the last one? Because he's going to be one of 8 guys. It's if Rory does it, he's going to be one of 7 of 8 guys that's ever done it.
Mm-hmm.
So, apologies. Those are conversations to have. I mean, what do you consider? What do you consider more, wins or majors? That's just that's a conversation that we look at down the road. But I certainly revere Rory right now, with 8, 9, 10 years left potentially to play in his career, as the top 10 best players ever. I do. That's just me.
Yeah, and I'm there with you. So I'll tell you, let's do this. Let's take our first break of the show. We're right there on the clock. It's time for it. And when we come back, Johnny, I've got the list. We can compare this to Rory. All the golfers in the 30/5 club and all the golfers in the 40/6 club. So that means either 30 or 40 total wins, and then either 5 or 6 majors at the same time. All right. We want to compare some of these guys to Rory, as he just gave us an extremely exciting and competitive. It wasn't even competitive on the back 9, but he showed off a little bit there at the Wells Fargo. But we are from the rough right here on FanStream Sports. We're going to take a quick break, come over on the other side, talk a little bit more about Rory, and also talk about the first-time winner over at the Myrtle Beach Classic. We'll do all that next here on From the Rough.
Hello, sports fans.
FanStream Sports.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about Turf Life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? That means if you play or have a business, or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal, or, the hat or the keychain or the something. Along that lines, just go to turflifeclub.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today, snag that window decal, or snag any other special Turf Life accessories, and go over there to that website, which is turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com.
Introducing Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the temperature, ensure your home is totally secure, all from the palm of your hand. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Start by going to the website, GetStarPower.com. That's GetStarPower.com.
Hi, golfers. IndyCarTim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine, it's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7, day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you.
Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports. I'm IndyCarTim, alongside PGA of America member Mr. John Gerber, live from Overland Park, Kansas, in his home studio.
That's right.
Nice home studio he's got set up over there.
Thanks for the help, brother. You came in for a couple of days and we kept you working and you set this thing up. But hopefully for everybody watching and listening, it sounds good and looks good. So we did some good work.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a lot of fun. I wasn't up there long enough. That's for dang sure. Especially to fight that plane trip home. God, what a nightmare.
Well, it took you 12 hours to fly an hour trip. Is that what?
To get from Kansas City to freaking Dallas.
You could have drove that in 6 hours. You drove it in 6 hours and
had to go through Atlanta. And we had bad weather that entire day on both trips. It was just bad.
I figured you wanted those free peanuts, man. So I had to get you on.
They didn't give us anything. They didn't offer food or anything on any of the flights.
Were you on Spirit?
No, you had me on Delta.
They got to offer you something.
They offered me a soda. I had a couple of sodas. I didn't want to pay for $9 for a little tiny shot of beer that they were charging.
Oh, yeah, they do. They get you.
But the soda was free, so I had a couple of sodas. I had some Sun Chips. I forgot. Yeah, they did give me some Sun Chips.
All right,
so,
well,
So there you go. But that was good times up in Kansas City. We'll have to make another trip up there, and then we'll have to do a show. I want to do a show from your patio.
Yo, it's we talked about this. It's a sneaky good city. Like I've kind of warmed up to it. I got a great opportunity here to do a lot of good media work and set up my teaching schools, and it's sneaky good. People are super nice, and it's going to be a great summer. It's home for the summer. But certainly Columbus is home and Dallas is the second home. So we're going to enjoy the summer here and see where it leads us from there.
All right, let's get into this list a little bit, Johnny, that I found here. It is a list of the 30/5 clubs, so golfers that have won 30 tournaments and 5 majors. And then, there's a select few. What do we have? Like 7 of them that have won 40 tournaments and 6 majors. So let's start at the bottom. See if we think that Rory. How many majors does Rory have?
He's got five.
5, right?
4. He's got 5.
He's
4
still
or
missing
5
the
for sure.
PGA, though.
No,
Yeah.
Rory's missing the
I mean,
Masters.
the Masters. Yeah.
Jordan Spieth is missing the PGA.
Right. So Rory now has 26 wins in 5 majors, right?
Yep.
So next on the list for him to catch with 29 wins and 6 majors would be Lee Trevino.
Ooh, that's a great comparison.
Yeah, how you like that?
That's a great comparison. I mean, Lee is revered as top 10 best players ever. Wow, that's a good one. You started
Lee's
off
probably in
guns
my
a-blazing.
top 5 favorite of all time, like my personal favorites. Now I'm not saying best, but my personal favorites.
You know, well, you like him because he has as many kids as you do, and he had a kid at like 74 years old. He
Yeah,
had a
he
baby,
did.
so it's
Probably
kind
more
of
than
your
that.
realm. I know you guys, and he's a Dallas guy, so yeah, you guys have a lot of relatable traits.
I mean, plus he was in Happy Gilmore, so you gotta love
Was
that.
he?
Yeah. He absolutely was.
Happy Gilmore, are you sure?
Yes. Yeah, really? I've seen it 1,000 times. He was in it. He didn't have like a featured part, but what was funny is though they filmed him like just separately for, they just took him out on a golf course and filmed him saying lines. Like it was obvious he wasn't in the movie, as part of but whatever. He would be like Shooter McGavin had a line where he said, yeah, whatever. And Grizzly Adams had a beard. It would shoot to the shot of Lee Trevino standing next to a tree with his hat on and everything. He goes, he said Grizzly Adams did have a beard. Like just a one-liner shot like that of him in it. And he did 2 or 3 of those throughout the movie. It was really funny.
Well, certainly one of the top 2 or 3 characters ever to play golf. I mean, you could put him, if you ask Lee anything, he's going to tell you everything you need to know and everything you don't know. So, he's not shy on his words, but certainly kind of a savant in terms of golf, how he hits a golf ball, never taken a golf lesson. His old adage was, why am I taking a golf lesson that from someone that can't beat me? Right. I mean, it's just kind of some of those one-liners that he has. So yeah, certainly, boy, that's a good one. You started out guns a-blazing. You started out like Mini Kiss, one of the best ever. So how that comparison is.
All right. Then next on the list in the 30/5 club, because they don't really have a 30/6 club. You go 30/5 and then you go up to 40/6. How about Gene Sarazen with 38 wins and 7 majors?
I mean, so I'm certainly going to
old-time golf, man.
Yeah, man, you got to beat 3 people in those. So if he's probably got the most 3rd place finishes ever of all time because there was only 3 people playing in those tournaments. So, man, I don't know. What do you do? I'm not going to disrespect the old school game. He invented the sand wedge. So, what are you going to do? So, I'll wait and put my judgment on if I think Rory's better than that.
All right. How about next on the list, also in the 30/5 club? This guy had a little bit better competition probably than Sarazen did. He had some pretty good contemporaries with 39 wins and 8 majors. Tom Watson.
Yeah, that's another tough one, right? I mean, being here in Kansas City, I've had some close interactions. He does. His name is on the golf school that I have here in Kansas City at the facility here. One of the most, I've had an opportunity since I've been here to meet him a couple of times. One of the really, really nice guys, man. I've been super impressed with the interactions I've really had here with Tom Watson here in Kansas City. Yeah, I mean, you're looking at, is that 1A, 1B? I mean, I think they're pretty comparable, right? Yeah. I mean, I really think so. I think you could compare him in terms of that. I think that's pretty close.
Then we have our first member of the 40-win 6 major club with 45 wins total and 6 majors. He could have kept it going if he wasn't an idiot. Phil Mickelson.
And again, that's another. I mean, is he right there with Phil? I'd put him a little bit above Phil. Maybe right now he's probably parallel, but I'm certainly going to put him above him because Rory's career is, so young. He's still got, Rory's still got maybe 10 more wins and 2 more majors and whatever that may be. So will he surpass Phil? Yeah, I certainly do. But when it comes to a talent level, I think they're really comparable. I mean, as much, like I said, whether you like Phil, don't like Phil, whatever your thing is with Phil was super talented. And if you look at the era that Phil played, if it wasn't for Tiger Woods, you'd probably think about Phil maybe as one of the best players ever. And he would be in that category. So he just unfortunately was playing in the era of Tiger Woods, that, in my opinion, is the best player ever. No disrespect to Jack. I just think it's just different. Sure. It's just a different era. So, man, when we get these lists, man, it's really hard. But I think now.
Well, you're going to hate the next one. You're going to hate the next one. Also a member of the 40-win 6 major club with 45 wins, same as Phil, but 11 majors, almost doubled him up. But he did it over a really long time. And according to you, he only had one other guy he was playing at every single tournament, Walter Hagen.
Yeah, it's not a comparison.
Golly, you diss on these old schoolers, man, I swear.
I mean, Walter Hagen, he was better off the golf course than he was on, right? I mean, he was legendary for his bar antics and his libations and spirits that he liked to consume.
Same thing you're famous for.
Yeah, a little nuts
in the golf world. Man,
next show, please.
Another guy that you're going to absolutely hate. He's in the 30/5 club. Never made it to 6 majors. One of my personal golf heroes of all time,
John Daly.
But yeah, he's not on the list.
Oh yeah,
he's
right.
number one on my list. He's number one on my list. But because of where he was from, what he did up until the day he died for the game of golf, especially here locally in the Dallas area.
Oh no.
52 wins, 5 majors, Byron Nelson. But he played one guy. He had 11 in a row, Johnny.
Will never be matched in golf, especially
everybody's
now.
Getting excited about Nelly Corda going for 6 in a row last week.
Yeah, I mean,
Byron Nelson.
Yeah, no disrespect to Byron Nelson, but I certainly put Rory in a category above him. I do, and no disrespect. It's just me. It's just my opinion in terms of, who do you got to beat? Ben Hogan, I don't know. Like, listen, I'm not going to sit here and compare and dog cuss these the elder statesmen who's built the game and have massive respect for. I will never do that. But in terms of sheer talent, I certainly think Rory McIlroy will supersede him in terms of top 5 best ever in the game of golf.
Next on our list, and the rest of the guys now, as we go through we're in the top 5. They are all members of the 40-win 6 major club. You could probably name all of them, but number 5 here with 62 wins and 7 majors, maybe most known though for the drink that he invented, Arnold Palmer.
Yeah, I don't ever see, in terms of the game of golf, not just wins, in terms of the game of golf, what Arnold has done for the game of golf. I don't think Rory can get to that spot. Really, no. I just don't. I mean, I think there's 3 guys that I don't think Rory could ever surpass maybe in the game of golf. I think it's Tiger, I think it's Jack, and I think it's Arnold. I really do. Yeah. Can he fit that maybe 4, 5, 6 spot mold? Maybe. We'll see. But I don't think that he could ever surpass the Arnold, the Jack, and the Tiger in terms of, and it's just, I'm looking at this thing as a whole picture, not just, I look at it as talent. I look at it as wins. I look at it as a lot of things. I just don't think he holds that magnitude that those 3 guys were. So do we put him in that? Can we fit away for that? Rory fits in that 4, 5, 6, 7 spot, maybe in that 10, the top 10. Yeah, maybe. But I don't think anyone that I will ever see in my future can ever supersede those 3 guys. Those are 3 Mount Rushmores in my opinion, and whoever you want to throw in that 4 spot.
John Daly. I'd buy that Mount Rushmore.
I mean, it might be a Mount Rushmore, but it might not be the real Mount Rushmore. It might be a different category of Mount Rushmore. But, certainly you could maybe have an argument in that 4 spot of a Sam Snead or a Tom Watson, or, if you want to throw – I don't know. I mean, I think that –
there you go again. Every time you bring up Tom Watson – I mean,
maybe that 4 spot, like I said, that's a debatable spot, right? But I certainly don't think you can debate those 3, in just my opinion.
So you're saying Tiger, Jack, and Arnie?
Yeah.
Are your 3? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then
Yeah.
probably one of these two guys would have to be your fourth guy, and you're going to hate our number 4 here because
It won't be Gary Player. I promise you, it's not. So you can put if that's your next guy, he's out like new edition because I'm
Gary
out.
Player's not on the list. He didn't win. How many tournaments did Gary win? He only won.
He's won all 4 majors.
Okay, but that's all. He only won 4, right? He didn't repeat any of them.
No, but has more international wins, which I don't.
And nobody cares about those.
You want to play against zebras and giraffes? That's fine. I don't care. I mean, but it's not really my deal.
I would love to see a giraffe try to swing a pitching wedge out of a bunker. I wonder if I can get AI to paint me a picture of a zebra or a giraffe.
He's one of those guys that can't get on the roller coaster either. Certainly.
No, he's got his head knocked off. Johnny at number 4 on our list with 64 wins, 9 majors. Ben Hogan. So good they named a tour after him.
Yeah, but the tour's no longer, and it's been no longer for a long time, just like him. So, what are you going to do?
Wow. God, all the disrespect.
I mean, when you're an asshole, man, you don't get a lot of accolades.
Well, speaking of assholes, with 73 wins and 18 majors, guy that's on your list, I think, Jack Nicklaus.
He's not on my list. Jack's fine. I got
or every girl that I try to talk to golf about, Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson.
Remember? Yeah, it's always Jack Nicholson. I'm like, I don't think he ever played on the tour.
Yeah, that's okay.
He was one of the best ever. No, Jack Nicholson never. He was a good actor, but he never played on the tour.
It's just perfect. The girls you talk to don't know anything about sports. That's probably for the best.
Probably for the best. That way they don't know how dumb I am talking sports.
Johnny
at number 2 with 82 wins and 7 majors.
Sam Snead. Because I don't
on as old as he is.
He's not on my Mount Rushmore list. He's just not. I mean, he's done
2 career wins.
Next.
Oh. Wow. Not even a discussion. That's good. We don't have time anyway. And then, of course, number 1 in everyone's hearts, except for his ex-wife, with 82 wins and 15 majors. And I will hazard a guess that majors total will not ever change. He is never going to win another major. Tiger Woods.
Probably right. Unfortunately, probably right. Yeah, sometimes when you sell your soul to the devil, man, it comes back to get you a little bit later on in life, right? And that's kind of
got to cash in eventually, don't you?
Maybe what happened to Tiger, but yeah, certainly revolutionized, changed the game for a million different ways. I mean, I could go on and on. We could have months and months of shows about Tiger Woods. In my opinion, my reverence for him certainly is. I can continue to go on. I firmly believe he's undoubtedly the best player that's ever played golf. He's changed the landscape of golf. Mm-hmm. He's changed everything about golf. And just not my opinion. If you ask anybody on the PGA Tour, he's the reason why they're playing for this much money. He's the reason why there's just these athletes out there that revolutionize and change sport. And he's one of them. And you can make, Tiger Woods is not only the Mount Rushmore of golf, he's the Mount Rushmore of sport. And you could put him on the Mount Rushmore of sport. And when you're able to do that, certainly the unfortunate part of, last, 10 years, we'll say 10 years, what's happened to him. But anytime Tiger Woods is in a golf tournament, anytime Tiger Woods is in a sporting event, he moves the needle. And when you're able to do that, you're just not a sport. You're an icon of sport. And it's certainly Tiger. I mean, is it, we could go through a list that's maybe a different show. Maybe it's your show. Is it Tiger? Is it Gretzky? Is it how many of these guys in their individual sport that really revolutionized and changed the game? And he's one of them. And he's certainly number 1 in my book.
Number 1 in everyone's hearts, except for his ex-wife, as we always say. Let's take our final break. Then we're going to come back and talk a little bit about Chris Gotterup's win at the Myrtle Beach Classic. It's the inaugural Myrtle Beach Classic, and it's his inaugural win. They fit very well together. But we'll do that as well as the review of Johnny and mine's picks for his 2 picks for both tournaments and my picks for the Wells Fargo. We'll do all that right here on the other side. We are From the Rough on FanStream Sports. We'll be back.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
Introducing Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the perfect temperature, and ensure your home is secure, all from the palm of your hand. Star Power has the experts that will transform your house into a secure, smart home. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Get started at GetStarPower.com. Star Power, where innovation meets home.
Hi, golfers. IndyCarTim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine, it's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Hello, folks. Let's talk a little bit about turf life. What is turf life? It's pretty much, if your life involves turf in any way, shape, or form, you live the turf life. Go ahead and brand yourself with the turf life. Maybe a back window decal, maybe a hat. You know where you can get those kinds of things to showcase that your life revolves around sports and or anything that involves sports. If it's a sports business or sports education or just your enjoyment of the outdoors, head over to turflifeclub.com. Become a turf head. Join the club today. You can do that by going to that said website that I just told you to go to. You can snag your window decal like I was talking about, or any of your other turf life accessories. Show everybody that you live the turf life, and we'll see you there over there at that turflifeclub.com.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com. Hey listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you.
Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports. Wrapping up the recap of the Wells Fargo, talking a little bit of Rory. Where does he stand now in the realm of greatness with a lot of other players that have come through the PGA Tour? Johnny compared him to a giraffe and a zebra.
No,
Rory's
that was
the
Gary.
giraffe.
That was Gary Player. We don't care about him beating.
Why do we not
giraffes and
care
zebras.
about Gary Player? He's the Black Knight. Like, what's
You really
wrong with
wanna
Gary
get into this?
Player? I mean, I know he's got a bunch of kids that are idiots, but I mean, he wasn't that much
No. What I'm
idiot.
saying, all his wins that were international, that he was playing against zebras and giraffes in South Africa, like they don't count.
So he's got 24 wins on the PGA Tour.
Gary Player, 24 wins.
On the PGA Tour, yes.
Okay.
And he's got 9 majors.
I know.
I didn't realize he had that many majors.
There was 7 people in the major fields when he won. 7.
Not true.
7.
Dude, he was
7.
playing against Jack and Arnie.
No, yeah, when Jack and Arnie were like 15.
No, okay, 1959 was his first Open, British Open. All right, Jack wasn't there probably in 59, but Arnie was.
Yeah, Arnie was like 12.
No, they're probably close to the same age.
This isn't a Gary Player show because we're going to pass on Gary Player. Can
You know
we go
what?
next?
I'm going to dress like Gary Player for Halloween this year and do a show as the Black Knight.
Well, you better cut your
Should
body
say
in
about
half.
He's a little dude, isn't he?
Oh man, he's smaller than goddamn Xander and Rory.
Why were human beings so small like 50 years ago.
You know,
Now
he
we're
might be
still trying.
Gary Player might be a member of Mini Kiss. He might be. He might be a member of Mini Kiss.
All right, hang on. I just deleted it. Let me look it up.
It might
again.
be.
Gary Player is 5'6". All right, he's shorter than anyone on the planet, right?
That means 5'3". That means
I
5'3".
bet you he was playing against zebras and gorillas and giraffes.
Oh yeah, he could literally walk under a zebra and not have any problem.
All right, he's 88. Can we not like bash him and
care.
stuff?
I don't care.
He's gonna get wind of this, and he knows people, man.
Yeah, let him.
He's also the only player ever to take his master's jacket off premises when he wasn't supposed to.
There. That's all you need to know.
Told that story before.
That's how arrogant he is. He just thinks he can do whatever he wants.
And then he claimed he didn't know he wasn't supposed to, or he got lost stuck in his luggage or something. I don't know if they ever got it back.
Can we get to the real winner, Chris Gotterup?
All right, Johnny. Chris Gotterup won the inaugural Myrtle Beach Classic on Sunday for his very first PGA Tour title. He had a 467 for a 6-stroke victory at the Dunes Golf and Beach Club. Again, it was one of these kind of alternate tier 2 tournaments, that we talk about. Are they really necessary? Look, if you can't make it into the signature events, just take the week off.
Not true. Stop. Not true.
We don't need them
just
at
because.
all.
Hey, listen. Just because you can't get into the bar and you got to wait in line doesn't mean you don't want to get in that bar. It doesn't.
I can get into whatever bar I want.
That is true. That was a bad analogy on my part. My bad. I haven't been to Dallas for a while. I forgot who you are. New host of nationally syndicated show in Dallas. I'm sorry.
No.
My bad.
They got to do it on Sirius XM though, so I can cuss. Gotterup had a 4-stroke lead heading into Sunday. He bogeyed the first 2 holes, but rebounded with a birdie eagle birdie on the next 3 holes. And yeah, this is a guy, the former Sooner. It's his 27th start. Finished at 22 under, 262. And this is a guy that you've touted for a while. He's been on your card a lot of times on some of these regular events. So no shock to you that he came across the finish line first here, right?
Yeah, well, it's a little bit of shock he finished first here because I didn't really think it was a golf course that was great for him. It's not, he's the longest hitter on the PGA Tour. He leads his stats by 10 yards. And I just didn't think it was a golf course that fit him, especially being new. And it's not a bomber's course. It's a really tight kind of meandering golf course through the marshes and stuff of Myrtle Beach. So I didn't really think it fit him. But he played it so well in terms of he didn't hit a lot of drivers. I mean, he can hit 2 irons off a lot of these tees, and it's as long as most of these guys' drivers. So, I didn't have him in the radar. I just didn't think it was a great fit for him. But it just goes to show with a guy like this, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. His skill set is he has such a great skill set. And I know you don't like me talking about this, but he is that Taylor Montgomery mold. He is. Stop. I'm just telling you. Taylor Montgomery is going to win a golf tournament this year. Okay, I'm just telling you. Mark this down. Taylor Montgomery is going to win a golf tournament. He is. I'm just telling you. He is.
Johnny.
So you're looking at a guy
Taylor
like
Montgomery wins a golf tournament. I'm coming to work with no pants on. Sorry, Colby.
Well, no one wants that, especially Colby, especially in the studio. So please don't do that to see. Don't do that. I appreciate you doing that. But listen, he is in that mode. So Chris Gotterup, he's best friends with Austin Eckroat, who won earlier on the PGA Tour. So when you start getting these guys together that know they can win and build that confidence, these guys are so super talented. I didn't think it was a great golf course for him just because it's not – it's not a bomber's paradise. It's just not. Yeah. But again, he separated himself. He won by 6. Won by 6 shots against 2 guys that we had to win the golf tournament: Eric Van Rooyen, the Marlboro Man, Monopoly Man, and
Marlboro Man.
Marlboro Man. Or did I say Monopoly Man?
There you go. All right,
there it is.
Let's get into our picks here as we're running short on time.
Real quick.
And we'll go over mine first because mine are the ones that don't matter.
Well, these are pretty easy, to be honest with you, because there was no winner on any of our cards.
No, and Hideki kind of screwed both of us by withdrawing right before he teed off on Thursday. With
that, we get that money back though. That doesn't count if he withdraws. Yeah, we get that money back. So that was our only win. So we'll count that as a win.
Yeah, that is the win. We broke even on it.
Yeah,
I had Xander as my winner at 9-1. Yes, no money on it, but I was just looking for a winner, and I almost got one. but he,
No,
as
you-
Johnny said,
no.
he melted down.
No, you didn't almost get
I
one.
think
You
I
had-
think Xander Schauffele got Scotty Schefflered by Rory McIlroy is what I think.
If the PGA Tour was 36 holes events, Xander Schauffele would have won 8 times this year
Yeah,
already.
he'd have 10 wins, right?
But it's not. It is not.
Will Zalatoris was my top 20. Hideki, my top 10, who obviously withdrew. My top 20, Will Zalatoris at plus 110. Finished T60 at 10 over. And, man, I'm starting to worry about Will the same way I worry about Jordan Spieth right now. I don't know what is going on. I know he's got the back injury. If
Make
he's
up
still
names,
this
Nancy.
hurt, dude, if
Go
he's
ahead,
still
Nancy.
this hurt, he should not be playing. He needs to go rest some more.
Well, Nancy, you keep up making up names with Justin Zalatoris there. That's fine. That's because
I said Justin Spieth.
Yeah, because she's notorious for making up names.
Is she really? Well, now we know where I get it.
It's great. No, it's fantastic.
Do you want your Myrtle Beach picks or do you want your Wells Fargo picks first?
Well, we can make this real simple. You can put them up on screen, but I'm not going to talk too much about them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 losers. Let's get this, Crystal. It's easy. It's really easy. I don't want to go into it. I really don't. Next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 losers. We have one winner on Hideki Matsuyama, 35-1. Thank you, Hideki, for withdrawing.
Count that as a win, right?
Yeah, because if you would have played, we would have went 0-8. So thank you, Hideki, for doing. All
right, you went. We don't have them on the screen, but you went 2-1-1 in your matchups.
2-1-1 on the matchups. It gets us to 32-11-4 for the year. So our matchup record is absolutely fantastic. So again, we keep saying this. We are buried for the year. In terms of our overall ranking, we're minus $2,780. That includes our matchup record. So our overall head-to-head record certainly isn't doing well. That being said, this is why you follow us through the year, because as poorly as we have been doing so far, it's as much as we are going to go ahead and move forward. Great week in golf coming up the next 3 weeks. PGA Championship, Colonial, and the Memorial. So these are three golf tournaments that we've had some great success. So hang in there with us, guys. We'll catch up on our matchups. Unfortunately, we're just a little bit under $3,000 in the red in the hole, but that's nothing. That's 1 week. That is 1 week getting back on track. Yeah, really good week. So that's 1 week. So looking forward to the next 3 weeks.
Real quick before we sign off, I got to do one thing here. I haven't gotten to celebrate a Steven Yeager win in a while.
Because he hasn't won in a while.
I might not for a while. So instead, I'm going to celebrate Steven Yeager's 284 even par T21 with a shot of Yeager. Yes, it's in a fireball thing because I didn't have any shot glasses here at the studio. I think I ate them all. But I'm doing a Yeager shot for Steven Yeager finishing T21.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
There you go. Steven, I'm counting on you. We need you to win a little bit more because I got a lot of fireball in here. I mean, a lot of Yeager in here.
Do we need to find somebody's last name is Fireball, like Eric Fireball, to get you some Fireball?
I went out with a girl in middle school whose last name was Fireball.
Baugh?
Yeah, I always thought
close
it was
enough.
awesome.
Close enough.
Yeah, she ended up being on TV here in Dallas too. She was like a weather girl for a while.
Was she on
Yeah,
Cops?
swear to God. Huh?
Was she on Cops?
She was no, like a weather girl.
I know, but any girl you say you've been around with, they're either in trouble or they're like
middle school. I didn't have time to.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
I was good in middle school. I didn't get bad till I was in high school. I'll tell that story on the air sometime. The story of Tim. All right, that's going to do it for From the Rough Rider on FanStream Sports. We will be back on Wednesday. So just in 48 hours, less than 48 hours from now, 5 o'clock Central, on FanStreamSports.com, on the FanStream Sports app, and wherever you get your podcasts to preview Valhalla and the PGA Championship, one of my favorite tournaments. Maybe the only one that matters other than the Masters, really. Oh, the U.S. Open matters too, I guess.
He's third in your rotation.
Muirfield Valley matters a little bit.
And I'll be up at Muirfield covering the Muirfield. I'll be doing some on-course reporting for Muirfield. Yeah, of course. I'll be up there doing some stuff for ESPN affiliate there in Columbus and doing some on-course reporting. So that'll be a great week here in the next few weeks.
All right, good enough. Well, that's enough for me, Johnny. We're going to get out of here again. Everybody tune in 48 hours from now for the PGA Tour, PGA Championship, and we'll talk about that on Wednesday. Until then, boys and girls, y'all keep hitting them straight.